witnesses don't show up here soon, I'm going to send this jury off for deliberations.
No, sir, I really don't...
Why are you fidgeting?
Oh, well, I did have a little issue during the break, sir, but I cleared it up with my Lanta.
Your Honor, the state is still willing to accept the plea. Obviously, counsel is crumbling, and frankly, it's hard to watch.
Ah, well, here comes one of them.
How'd John do?
Nothing. He's still on it.
What? No, it's too late. I don't have any witnesses. I don't have any emotions. Sandra, I'm sorry.
I got it.
Your Honor, at this juncture,
Not just yet, Your Honor. If I may, I'd like to address the court.
Objection. This man cannot address any court.
Young man, have you ever attended a law school?
Just Miss Finkelman's 6th grade class, sir. Me, you, and the law.
Well, it is under my discretion to allow any testimony that may speak to the truth in this case. Tiny leash. Go.
Oh, thank you, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I would like to, just
what? Speak.
Excuse me, sir, but you are being rude. Is it because I'm a Ute?
A what?
What's a Ute?
Oh, a Ute. It's a youth. It's from my cousin Vinny. Terrific film, sir.
Objection, Your Honor. It's okay. Decent at best.
I don't care what cousin it's coming from. I'm about to hold you two in contempt.
So the plea bargain is just out. You can't go back now and get the... Do something.
They beat up on a weakling. The rest is just smoke-filled coffee house crap. They tortured and tormented a weaker kid. And why? Because he couldn't run very fast.
A few good men.
Exactly.
I'm warning you.
You think you have a monopoly on the truth?
All right, that's it. You are in contempt.
Wrong! You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Bailiff, please remand this Ute into custody.
Come on, son.
Don't you come on, son, me. I am a lawyer and an officer in the United States Navy. And you, sir, are under arrest, you son of a bitch.
Hey, do bonfire.
What does it matter the color of a man's skin if men of the cloth, men of God, take the prime cuts? Like that. Me too. I hope they don't remake it. Dr. Towler told me to change the form. He told me to change the 1 to a 9. He said I'd never work again. Who were these men? Who were these men? I wanted to be a nurse.
Yeah, what was that last one?
The verdict, Paul Newman.
Never saw it, but I like that dude's popcorn.
Sean, I did it.
Good job, buddy.
I'll take it from here.
Miss me? Hey, Jules. Bless you. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, jury number 5, and the Honorable Judge H.E. Lees. The defense would like to call to the stand Mr. Mortimer Camp.
Objection. Mr. Camp is not on trial here, and a psychic cannot speak to witnesses.
Judge, I now have evidence that will shine a shocking and vibrant light on this case.
Your Honor, after what we just saw, you couldn't possibly allow this.
Your Honor. Mr. Camp, your wife wanted a divorce. You did not, true?
She was unhappy. I understood.
Sometimes things are a lot more one-sided than we would like them to be, aren't they, Mr. Camp? For example, I can relate because I'm a psychic, which means love is even more difficult for me than it is for you. But there is a woman in this courtroom right now. A little slice, blonde perfection. A perfectly formed beignet, lightly dusted with powdered sugar and a badge. First time that I saw her, I had a vision that we would be married. And we would have so many kids that most of them would have to be put up for adoption.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Spencer?
Judge, I can't answer that question for you. I mean, we work together. It'd be like the two of you having a connection, wondering if it's real or... Was it real? How do you know? You don't. Mr. Camp, you couldn't make your wife love you, so that made you even more jealous, didn't it?
I'm more jealous than any other man would be in the same position.
She was lying to you! She told you she was taking tennis lessons after work. Did you really believe that?
Of course I did. She was my wife. I mean, look, I know I'm a really good-looking newscaster, and I could Aaron Eckhart my way around town if I...
No, not Aaron Eckhart.
I could Patrick Wilson my way around town.
Better.
You were deceived! Here's the irony. She was actually going to see a marriage therapist instead.
Your tennis lesson has been changed to 5 p.m. today.
She was seeing Dr. Rosen, the marriage therapist, instead, and if she'd only told you that, perhaps you wouldn't have taken matters into your own hands.
You were convinced that she was cheating on you with Hale, so you decided to catch them in the act. Yes, so you laid, waiting, in the station, on the set, because you knew Jackson liked to take his ladies there to seduce them, to film his trysts.
I guess some girls were turned on by a weather set.
You heard Jackson enter that night. It was dark, shadowy. You premeditated this murder, but you were convinced it was your wife. And you knew he'd bring her back to the studio where he secretly films his trysts. Using the technician's green screen suit, you knew you'd remain undetected. You waited for them to drop out of frame,
And you knocked that poor girl out cold and stabbed you some Jackson Hale.
then you noticed it wasn't Connie at all. It was my client, Sandra Panich, an innocent girl who walked into a deadly love triangle.
I did. I walked right into it. But I had one drink, and my friends were teasing me because I'd never had a one-night stand. So I thought, like, oh, tonight's the night. Maybe I should do it. And his teeth were so white, and his hair was shining.
Since Jackson Hale was not sleeping with your wife, you thought you could still put your marriage back together.
And you tried to pin it on Sandra Panich.
And you thought you could get away with first-degree murder.
That is a compelling courtroom drama you've written there. Good luck proving it.
Oh, we're about to prove it. Right now. Officer, the monitor, please. Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, I present.
So this is where the news happens?
Oh, forget about the news. This is all about the weather. This proves nothing. I'm not there. I'm not there.
Mr. Spencer, I see no evidence of Mr. Camp in this video at all.
Precisely, Judge. You see, Mr. Camp wore a green suit that night. He knew we wouldn't be able to see him on this tape because he knew his green suit would not be visible in front of the green screen background. But his pinky would.
What is he even talking about?
Look, there you are, standing up, still invisible after the dirty deed. But there's one thing you didn't know. All of your dirty stabbing caused you to tear one of the fingers of your green-suited glove. That is your pinky sticking out from behind that large building.
Objection! How would the defense possibly prove that it's Mr. Camp's pinky?
I found myself wondering that very same thing as I stared out to the twinkly Santa Barbara sky. But then I realized one of those twinkles isn't a star. I know what tore that suit. It's an opal stone from a pinky ring. But not just any pinky ring. Sorry, that's what I get for not looking.
What are you...
That's pinky ring! Game, set, match. Got any final words, Mr. Camp?
I love you, Connie. Yeah, I just wanted us to be happy together. I would have done anything for you.
Including murder.
Yes, including stabbing and murder. I mean,
Double, now that I think about it, because you killed that poor schlep Reuben Leonard right before he did the weather, isn't that right?
2 for 1 day.
2 for 1 day, Judge.
God.